So if I could move on to kind of the wider picture and leadership of the European Commission and the kind of the institutional dynamic. One of the things that has really changed in these elections compared to 2014 is that the European Parliament is really not in as powerful a position as it was 5 years ago. And that's largely, I think, because we're seeing a decline of the Spitzenkandidat process. Of course, this is a pretty new novelty. I mean, this is only the second time that the main party group selected Spitzenkandidaten.
So what difference will the Manifesto make to the new parliament, and how can we raise the industry's profile? How, in particular, can we get MEPs interested in an industry that doesn't immediately appeal to them, and in its issues, which they sometimes mistakenly believe jeopardize, rather than help, the implementation of their policy objectives? A good example of this is in the field of innovation. Construction has frequently been criticized for being a low-technology industry. But in fact, incremental innovation takes place every day on construction sites. And right now, breakthrough technologies, such as augmented and virtual reality, are reducing errors and downtime, and improving productivity as well as reducing accidents. We can give these good news stories to MEPs to show them how we are actually contributing to their policy objectives. This manifesto has taken account of some more radical external forces that have become apparent over the last 5 years. And some of these are important to the EU institutions in ways that were not obvious before. There would seem to be an opportunity to ride on the wave of anger and angst, but also enthusiasm for change, which also includes an openness to a digital life, which represents opportunities for more convenience, well-being and work-life balance, as well as some trade-offs in terms of some life changes that may cause anxiety for some citizens. I would like to start by explaining these before coming on to how we shaped the manifesto accordingly. One radical external force has been a growing awareness of the threats to our planet and a corresponding political engagement in the debate, particularly by young people. The second one has been at the core of the debates in most of the member states in the framework of the recent elections, namely the social concerns in our societies, amongst other reasons because of the difficulties in handling the immigration issue. Another one is a massive acceleration towards the adoption of new technology, some of which, unusually for the construction industry, has been and continues to be disruptive. The final one has been a shift in economic power to emerging and dominant regions outside of Europe. Let's start with the first striking politicization of climate and environmental issues. In response to this, FIEC has not particularly changed its stance on sustainability. We've always advocated for sustainable buildings and infrastructure, and by that, we do not just mean energy-efficient structures and construction processes, but also structurally robust, non-toxic, and comfortable indoor environments. And of course, hard infrastructures that are climate-proofed, with, for example, dams and coastlines that can withstand floods and tidal surges. Or more basically, bridges and roads that are maintained regularly to keep people and the economy moving.
So the construction sector will of course continue to play an important role in this context, together with many other industrial value chains. At the same time, the European construction industry will also undergo a number of important transformations to respond to challenges related to the built environment and to remain competitive. Globalization, technological disruption, you were mentioning digitalization, aging population, transition towards a low-carbon economy, and add up to all the significant changes for our society and the economy as a whole. So there are quite a lot of challenges that will face industry as a whole, and this is also why, at the request of the European Council, the Commission is planning to present next October a preparatory strategic document for a long-term and holistic European industrial policy. We've already got an industrial policy strategy. Remind that, but to recall, basically with 6 priority axes, what I call the clean, the smart, clean, our sustainability objectives, smart digitalization, and the 4 I's, which are internal market, carbon fuel, innovation, investment, and of course the international dimension. That's basically the axis, and I think that will be recalled, but we'll go one step further. So this paper, expected for October, will provide a good basis for discussion on the necessary political steer during the Finnish presidency and further in 2020. And of course, the new Commission will have says itself as well.